Hello everybody and welcome to my review of this game. So, first of all, let's start with the usual. This is a driving game that has some very good physics but also has some deep flaws that need to be addressed. So, before we get into any of the driving stuff, let's look at the job list. There's truck driver, police officer, firefighter, EMT, highway worker, transit driver, and mailman. Those are the jobs available. Except for citizen, which is currently the job I am in, which is literally dead. So, truck driver is basically bad ETS in Roblox. Police officer is literally cuff-rushing simulator 2020. Firefighter EMT is something. Highway worker is a game pass, so it's bad because it's a game pass. Transit driver, depending on what transit you're driving, it can either be slow paced or crazy taxi, and mailman sucks. So let's get into the driving. The driving is nice. It feels wavy, but not too wavy. If you ever play Ferrari F355 Challenge, you know what I mean. You can enable or disable vehicle collisions. For the sake of this review, I decided to disable them. So let's get into some stuffs on the map. There's fuel and fuel stations where you can refuel. Always choose premium. There we go. There's a police station and police, but either are bad or literally cheating. And of course the highway. Now the problem with the highway here is that it's kinda a bit too straight. And I mean that like there's very little to do, and why didn't it load? No, why didn't it load? Yeah, this game also has its fair share of bugs, especially when not everything is loaded yet. And the sound design, admittedly not that great. Probably a 5 out of 10. It's worse than Gran Turismo, that's for sure. And while we're here, let's check out the racing. I have to turn down the volume, not because of copyright, but because the racing music sucks so damn much that I don't wanna hear it, and you shouldn't be subjected to it too. So be thankful for this. Be thankful. While we're currently in silence, I also want to talk about the racing system, which is kind of busted, honestly, but it's fine for a Roblox game, that is. On that note, there's also bounty, which you can accumulate, for example, through races or speeding. And let me tell you, you do not want an extremely high bounty if you're a beginner, because the police will go after you if they spot you and that you have a high bounty. Especially when you have one like mine. 15k. 15 grand. And on that note, this game is a bit grindy. I wouldn't say that it's terribly grindy, but it also isn't that free-to-play friendly either. Which is what grindy for me personally is. It's an attempt to strip you of your money. Unless it's an RPG with no microtransactions, then it's just game design. And on that note, the car list. After this race, I'm gonna enable the sound back, and we're gonna go to the dealership and look at the car list, which is expensive. However, many cars are renamed due to copyright. And yeah, we're gonna go check out the car list now. On that note, this game, when you crash, is a mix between comedic genius and absolutely game ruining. And I love it because of that. It's basically the demon G of roblox without the damage model added. One crash could ruin the entire race. And that also goes because of the police, and as you can see, the boys are very loud. So yeah, let's park the car, sprint to the dealership, and what the hell is this bug? Don't get bothered by it. Anyways, here's the car list. It's not all of it because the cars you bought are in your car list. So let's take a look at some of these. There's the 86, missing the iconic logo, and why are the pop-up headlights not painted? But other than that, pretty good. Probably Ferrari. Then, and one thing that I'm kinda disappointed about is that there's no old C, like the one from Vanguard Midnight. You know, the S30. Anyways, I know nobody is gonna care about this, but this is the car I'm planning to buy. The ST1, aka the Silent S7. And let's take a look at some other cars. There are some that aren't available anymore that I don't have, but this is a good amount. So anyways, let's go back in our car. Why is police there? I'm scared because I have high bounty, and you know that this game has tons of people just trying to cuff rush you. This is worse. The cuff rushers are worse than any other game. Yes, I mean that. This game, again, is very grindy and has tons of unnecessary paywalls, and has some core flaws, but I must say the driving model makes more than enough up for it. So I'm gonna give this game a 7.1 out of 10. Alright, that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed this review, and as usual, see you on the flip side.